All right, yeah. You were tuned into the Starting Five podcast. Welcome back. I'm your man, E-Trillionaire. You can call me Trill for short. And as always, you can hit me up on Instagram and X at E_Trillionaire. You can also find our platform wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the Instagram page. And also like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And hit the share button. I'm going to kick it to my left.
Welcome back to the Starting Five podcast. Your boy Jay Supreme. I'm Jordan3 on IG. This is season 3. Still, episode 32, man. We here. And I just wanted to ask y'all, man, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, man. We need some type of engagement, man. Stop being lazy. But we appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Pass it to my left, man.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Jonathan Cinco Hardy on the book. At Super John on X and Instagram. And you already know what to do, man. Leave your likes, your dislikes, your questions, your suggestions. And like my man Hive said, man, leave us that feedback because we need that, man. And if y'all want to talk shit in comments, go ahead. And sometimes I got time for that, so.
Yeah, and go ahead and address that gossip shit real quick. We ain't get into that yesterday.
Yeah. So we posted a reel last week. Concerning the beef of Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole, and somebody hopped in the comments and was like, "Yo, you guys are gossiping," and I'm thinking to myself, like, we having a debate on a particular topic. A discussion, right? And it was only a 1 minute reel. I said, Mike, you want to watch the whole, segment or whatever.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, the segment there. Stay
there. I'm like, nobody's here gossiping.
Yeah, you in my comments.
A bunch of men gossiping about other men.
Hey, what Jay-Z said, man, do y'all listen to music or do you just skim through it? Like,
go
tap into the fucking whole
clip,
you
in the comments gossiping.
Well, nobody gossiping.
We can't gossip about
this
nigga gossiping in the comments.
We don't even know them. We having our opinion on something we have an interest in. Like,
I guess anybody that's in front of a camera is gossiping.
So this is the comment. They sound like women gossiping about other men. Don't worry about it, suckers. Like, what? Like, I really should have came hard at this clown. I am Xanderosa.
Is that the nigga that played for the Grizzlies? What's that nigga name that played for the Grizzlies?
La Riviera.
He's a husband, a father, and a servant leader, and a strategist. Emergent builders and developers. We buy houses.
He shouldn't have time to comment on.
He should have no time. I don't think Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, Jack Ramsey, I don't think none of them gurus, Donald Trump, I don't think none of them real estate gurus got anything. Anytime you worry about this little podcast.
I am Ponderosa Steakhouse.
I am Xanderosa. Alexander, I ain't
them bitches don't even exist though, boy. But hey, regardless of the fact, bro, we appreciate the feedback though. We have been asked for the feedback. We appreciate.
I'm gonna tell them that I shouted them out in this episode. I'm gonna say I shouted you out on the latest episode of the pod. Drop the link right here. Get your followers up, man. The 1800 ain't cutting it. Now I'm gossiping, nigga.
Bloviating.
Big time.
Gossiping. Shut your ass up, boy.
But look though, so we gonna get started with the fast break segment. We'll get it cracking in the NBA as the playoff looms. Jrue Holiday signs a 4-year extension with the Boston Celtics worth $135 million tickets. I'll take that.
Woo!
Getting paid.
Money.
I was wondering, like, Jrue been a solid player virtually every stop that he's gone into, and
why he keep getting shipped out?
And we do, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh,
and look, I don't know why he keep getting shipped out. And I was thinking, like, I believe the Celtics are frauds, but I do think if they do make it to the finals and win a championship, perhaps maybe, that he gonna be the key clog in it because what he can do on both ends of the floor.
Yeah,
and he got experience in that at that level.
He got pedigree. He got the pedigree for sure.
So I think that's big for them because he's steady as rock and he play every night. And you can count on him versus the other two, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that, but Jrue get $135 million from the Celtics.
Well deserved, man.
very well deserved because I agree with you. I feel like he gives them what they've been missing. They whole little run they've been having. They haven't had a solid PG. Like Derek White is a combo guard. Marcus Smart was a combo guard.
Yeah, athletic, more defensive end type of guy.
Yeah,
Not
like
really gonna get you
they never
more
had
fans.
nobody that could like Drew can run a show.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like that's been their missing piece. Now, what the other two do and how they run their offense in the fourth quarter, I ain't got
I
nothing
don't
to say
know,
because sometimes you just be
To be seen.
you be
still.
baffled. Like,
Yeah.
bro, both of y'all are 6'7" plus, and y'all rather shoot jumpers like y'all Steph Curry. Like it just baffles me. Like Jason Tatum, can you go post somebody up once or twice?
Right.
Jaylen Brown, you do it, but then y'all kick it to JT and then everybody go do this.
He goes standing
Right.
around. Ultimate ISO
And
ball.
then JB can't go left in the clutch.
But I feel like it's well deserved because I think Drew is a solid piece for them.
No, for sure.
But I don't know how they, JT up next and that's another 300 coming off your book.
For sure.
They about to fall into that luxury. So I'm gonna check their salary cap at some point here.
And I know Kristaps gonna want to re-up.
Yeah, he gonna want some paper.
They gonna need
So
George.
obviously they must be going all
They
in
go all
this
in.
year.
It's got to be this year or next.
To keep all of them, you're gonna need George Steinbrenner money.
No, they gonna
Yeah,
need
George had that bag.
Yeah,
They gonna need what's my boy from Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
I'm surprised he ain't bought a team yet.
I don't think he wants to. I don't think he.
I think he eating good on the streaming.
Yeah,
You got the NFL deal.
he do.
He eating good. He in the business. He in the business now.
He
Ain't
just not in the
He
city.
getting a
I
piece
don't
of
think, I
all
don't
the
think he want to do
teams.
that day-to-day shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he can have somebody else run
It's
it.
a volatile business.
Put his name on it.
It'd be just another toy for him.
They got their hands in a lot
No
of
homo.
things though.
All right, so moving along. Okay, so Adam Silver is possibly going to place a permanent ban on Jonte Porter. Apparently, the commissioner for Jonte Porter was under investigation. This is per ESPN. Tim Bontemps by league following multiple instances of betting irregularities over the past several months and could be banned permanently if what he is accused of is true, calling it a cardinal sin. And so here's the underlying situation with this sports gambling, right? And this is something that JB Bickerstaff had talked about about a month ago, as relates to this topic. Now, players who may not play a lot, they ain't getting the bag, quote unquote.
Yeah.
They might find other means of making money. And now a couple weeks ago it came out that Shohei Ohtani, is that the right person? Yeah,
Baseball
Ohtani,
player.
baseball player.
His
translator, right? had some gambling situations, and so this stuff is starting to hit closer and closer and closer to what's happening on the court. Now, we know that billions and billions and billions of dollars are being exchanged with the sports gambling. But do you guys think this is truly, truly good for the game? Any game? Because didn't Calvin really get accused of some stuff a year and a half or two ago?
Nah, he did that shit.
Oh, he did that shit. Okay.
No, allegedly he did
Shit,
that shit.
and then he coming back this year. Another guy. Shit, 3 people got caught last year. Jameson Williams from Detroit.
Oh yeah, he got a couple games, didn't he?
6, I believe.
Oh, they got more than a couple.
Shh.
I think somebody else on that team, I can't remember his name, and then Isaiah Rodgers from the Colts. He's with Philly now this year. He'll be back this year. He got the Calvin Ridley. He got the whole year thing. So it's just it's gonna. I don't know. Understand why they didn't know that was gonna happen. Like you open the floodgates, it's gonna happen. I understand you told them they can't, and I think it's on the facility they can't do it.
Yeah, some type of stipulations like that.
Like they can't be in a facility and they can't. But it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then it ain't like y'all. I mean, obviously they doing their homework because they keep catching motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, how the fuck is they getting? How the fuck is they getting caught?
Because it's your name. You probably you can't.
Why you doing it in your name?
You know, you betting right from your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't like you gotta go to the bookie or you
But
gotta
my thing
go
is,
to the
why is
casino
you doing
now.
it? You should be doing it on a burner phone or something.
Or you should
Under
send it to
someone's
somebody
name.
else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They can find that shit. And
But
the place
burner
is
phone, yeah,
for me. Well, I mean, you know, the burner account got to be in somebody's name.
just not your name. Not your name.
But it can't be. I mean, it can't. You gotta think about it, man.
Your
It can't
mama-
be affiliated to nobody close to you. Nobody.
Mama can't gamble.
Mama can't gamble, but
There's a lot of
it
mamas
may-
out there to be gambling.
It might not look right. It just so happen your son in the league
Yeah.
or daughter in the league. So I mean, that's the it can't be nobody close to you. I mean, if you just like casually doing it, but if you apparently he must be betting some tickets.
No, he been
Yeah,
putting
he
some
going for
parlays
the gusto,
together.
Yeah, he going for the.
So that Adam Silver says, I have enormous range of discipline available to me on this situation. That he said from his Midtown Manhattan hotel.
I thought
Why
you
you
said.
got, why you got a hotel? Don't he live in New York?
But it's a cardinal sin. What he is accused of in NBA is an ultimate extreme option, and I have to ban him for it. Ban him from the game. So he's talking about banning this dude. Like, what a way to destroy your life.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose comes to mind.
Tim Donaghy.
So, but he
he's
was on the
one
other
of-
side.
he-
He was on the other side doing
Yeah,
it.
he was on the.
He won a mini though.
You know what I mean?
I don't believe it was just him.
He was
As a
doing
ref.
that shit for the
Yeah.
underworld. He was getting.
I don't believe it was just him as a ref.
You let she tell it. It was many others.
Yeah, for sure. She ain't gonna tell
I'd
the
like to hear
truth.
Rasheed Wallace talk.
Yeah, I was just watching on
She ain't gonna
Gil's
tell the
Arena
truth.
today. It's sad to hear, bro. Sorry to hear that for you. Like, I understand. Like,
Gots to be more careful.
gots to be more careful. But I understand you want to put the like. This nigga was probably putting like 30-leg parlays together.
Oh,
like,
man, you know it.
Yeah, it's probably going nuts. Yeah, it's probably going nuts.
Probably definitely put some stuff together, but I mean, I know you gotta eat, but your livelihood.
But the thing is, bro, you
Your
already
livelihood.
eating
That's what I'm saying.
compared to the average person out here trying to make a living. Like
It certainly is.
definitely.
my pops always say, he say pigs get fed and hogs get slaughtered. You know what I mean? You out here being greedy.
Well, speaking of other,
Trying to double dip the compensation plan.
definitely double dipping. Kansas City wide receiver switches to the NFL real quick. Rasheed Rice faces 8 counts,
Man,
8
niggas
charges,
are
including
wild.
aggravated assault, after he and another speeding driver of a sports car caused a recent chain reaction crash in Dallas.
Them be the worst. The chain reaction Jones.
But that's and one of the charges, like you about to get a felony charge for
Yeah,
10
'cause
grams of weed.
Oh, I thought it was something like he fled or he left.
Oh
or
yeah,
some shit
you
like-
left.
yeah, he
That's
the-
a felony.
crime,
yeah,
You
that-
left
that
the
is
scene
a
of a
felony.
crime. That's a felony.
Dra-
And you on cam, all y'all on camera, like getting up through, like.
And that's why all of those traffic cams is out there, because of situations like this. Like, they ain't even got to even get you no more by being behind you and pulling you over. They can just tab you.
And then my thing is like, what's the point of all that? Just cause you had a little nickel bag of Reggie or some shit. Like, it ain't like you. I'm sure you got insurance. You got money to take care of the situation if it was your fault. Like
So
Like, what the fuck is you
young and
thinking?
stupid.
Yeah,
So this,
what the
this
fuck
we
is you
talking about.
thinking?
So he's 23 years old, so a young man. He got called for 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of collision involving a serious bodily injury, and 6 counts of collision involving injury. He'd been driving his Lamborghini sport utility vehicle when the crash occurred. So I guess he wanted to open that bitch up. And
Well, at least DG ain't doing that with his life.
and the other gentleman who's 21 was driving a Corvette. I guess they was getting it.
No, they was. I seen the video.
I didn't know that was available.
They were
I'm about to get it.
Oh, they out. You said he from Dallas too,
Yeah, they
so
was
he
in
probably
Dallas.
know
They was
about
in Dallas,
swinging
yeah.
and all that other stuff.
Yep.
They was going nuts.
They found if they found some marijuana. And
Got to be more
that was found in
careful.
both cards as well as credit cards. Well, okay, so there's a lot going on.
And then
here.
y'all leave shit with your name. I mean, of course they're gonna run your place, but if y'all gonna do the right thing, get all this shit out the car. Fucking clown, y'all just bounced without.
So
But
unfortunately,
y'all
situation-
left all the evidence.
Definitely.
Here, catch me. Like how y'all running and then not expecting to get caught when y'all leave everything in the car.
Like it's that situation when you do some dumb shit and your parents check you and they be like, "What the fuck was you thinking?"
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
You
what
wasn't.
that was.
And then you try to give them an explanation and then cut you off. You wasn't.
Facts.
Yeah, that's sad.
So yeah, he gonna be definitely facing some disciplinary situation, and all of that. So, got to be more careful, young man.
Yeah, because I think it was a. Did they say how many cars it was? I want to say it was like 6 or 7 cars.
Let me see if I can find that part. Here.
But yeah, man. Hey, at the end of the day, when you fuck up, man, you gotta own that shit. You gotta own it, man. It is what it is.
This particular story doesn't have it in there.
Okay. I thought I seen
But it can be facing. It's punishable by 20 years in prison.
that. I know
Man.
that's 2 felonies for sure. Fleeing the scene and the marijuana down in Texas. 'Cause, you
Yep.
know,
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't-
they real strict about
they
it.
they laws different.
Yeah, that's probably why he crashed out.
Aggravated assault and second-degree felony is punishable by 20 years in prison. Collision involving bodily injury and third-degree felony punishable by 10 years. And then a collision involving injury is punishable by 5 years. So he's facing like
40 years.
35, 40 years.
Wow.
You only been in the league for 1 year, my man.
Whole life about to be turned upside down.
Henry Ruggs.
Whole life turned upside down.
You hate to hear it, man. You really do. Hate to hear that.
But I know, and we talked about this stuff in length on the show about, you know,
You want to race, man? Wait till it's
Go to
clear,
the track.
go to the track.
Go to the
go
track,
somewhere
bro.
private. I'm
Or
sure
go out of country in Europe and shit where you
Go
can
to
hit
the
the
Autobahn.
Autobahn. Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
got the bread,
if
like.
you so desire. But I mean,
It's not
but
smart,
sometimes it
man.
just comes down to common sense, awareness, street smart, whatever you want to call it. Like, and I know you young. You know, I put the pedal to the metal, but I wasn't driving the Lambo. I was driving the Camry. So you know, it couldn't go like that. But nonetheless, you know, I mean, you know, I hit it 100, 110. Like, all right, let me slow down before I get caught. But I wasn't racing though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going.
And you said you seen the footage, right?
Yeah.
Was it at night?
No, it's
I knew it. I knew it was
like
in the middle
3
of the fucking
p.m.
Yeah.
Niggas getting off
Middle
work
of the
type
day.
So
shit.
you're
Yeah.
talking rush hour type
Yeah,
situation.
like
I knew it.
bro, they weaving like hard coming through, and then coming all the way back across, and that's what happened because they came. The video you seen, they came through. They on this side, they dipped this way, and then they tried to come all the way back into the inside lane,
Yeah.
and he lost fucking control.
That's regular. I mean, you shit like that. You could lose your life
Yeah.
or take a life of someone else. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it's just not that type of shit. Just not worth it.
All
bro.
that. Well, I'm thinking about none of the above
Thrill seeking.
in that
I
situation.
opened that journey up, but it's the same thing. Like EB said, this is just some by myself shit.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10,
And when I did it-
this, I'm trying to get somewhere.
And when I did it, it was I'm getting off work at 2 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody out here
out
with
there.
me.
Yeah,
But
no,
you ain't
for sure.
drag racing, you just trying to get to the house.
Exactly. I ain't out here stunting or nothing showboat. I'm out here trying to get to where I'm trying to get.
I mean, because, like I said, I didn't, you know, want to hit top speed. I remember I was on a test drive story. I was test driving. I was a car salesman at the time. And, you know, and people would love to come up to test drive. So this couple come up, they wanted, let's test drive an Acura TL Type S. I'm like, what for? Are you buying it? Yeah, you know, say bullshitting. They're kicking tires, as we used to call it in the business. All right, so I run the credit. You know, it's like it's being presented like it's about to be a real legitimate sale. So we finally, you know, pick the vehicle out, pop in it, you know, get in the vehicle. Now he's cool on the street, man. He get on 480, and I'm like, dude, you're driving 120 miles an hour. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I just want to open it up. No, you're not opening it up. This is not what a test drive is all about. I want to see what this thing can do. Listen, bruh, slow down or get out.
Nah, yeah, that's wild.
I'm in the back seat like, what are you doing?
120 is
120.
wild. It's nuts.
You know,
On the test drive?
on the test
The
drive.
salesman in the car with me. He a bold boy,
I
bro.
just smack this nigga in the back of his neck, bro.
Man, we got back to the
Right
dealership, man.
though.
We got back to the dealership, man. I'm fuming. I'm like, I told the salesman, I was like, man, this dude took me on a ride of my life. Well, pause. Was crazy driving this.
Took you on a joyride.
And I'm like, man, you need to come out here and talk to them. Long story short, they ain't buy the car. I
Of
don't
course
know
not.
what my manager said to him, but I couldn't engage any longer because
Cause you was fuming. You ain't wanna.
I'm fuming and I'm petrified. I'm like, hold on, let me put my seatbelt on. Why are you driving 120 miles an hour? And this is what, from Brook Park and airport to West 130th. We're only talking about a mile and a quarter stretch.
Yeah.
It's not that much road.
That's the exit, basically.
I'm glad I'm still alive.
For real though.
But no, real talk, man. I pray for these young boys, man. They stop tricking off their opportunity, man, because it's bigger than just them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he got people that's counting on him. You know what I mean? Family, mom,
he played
you know what I
well.
mean?
He played fucking excellent.
Yeah, he was. Nigga, you won a Super Bowl.
You became the number 2 option. You would get trusted by one of the best.
You about to be on your way.
Bag was coming.
Bro, they moving on. They're moving on. When shit like that happens, they move on.
It's sad to see, huh?
All right, speaking of moving on, Bronny James. Did we talk about this?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago we hit it. But
What
now
did we talk
there's
about last week?
No, we talked about him hitting the transfer portal, not him declaring the draft.
okay, yeah. So when we first initially
We
talked about
did.
it,
No,
no, we did because it ain't came out
It ain't
yet.
came out yet.
Oh no, this was
It came out yet.
sorry y'all, group discussion.
So now he's declaring for the NBA draft. Some experts believe that he's a second round draft pick.
But he get to keep his eligibility.
But he gets to keep his collegiate eligibility in case he don't get drafted or maybe he don't like the situation that might be presented. But I'm quite sure, Maverick and the boys and Rich Paul are already probably putting teams on notice like, yo, if you're not LA, possibly Cleveland or some destination, not Miami, New York, don't draft them because, OKC, like, yeah, we'll draft you. Think they're going to get LeBron. LeBron James not living in OKC.
Right.
What if you want to put a cowboy hat on?
Could you imagine the L train living in the middle of nowhere?
This ain't Texas.
that ain't happening. But I mean, I don't. And there's a lot of criticism because USC wasn't good this year. The kid only averaged 5 points. Granted, he did come back from a life-threatening,
catastrophic,
injury, right? And so I don't know. Maybe his game does translate to the NBA. Maybe that's the best place for him to learn. But with this situation, do y'all think Bronny gonna get drafted?
I mean, it's a shot. It's a chance. I seen a comment though. Somebody said this nigga not even ready for the WNBA, man. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But all right,
Go ahead.
no shoot. We not throwing no shade at the young man,
Not
but
at all.
I don't. Like I said, if he does get drafted, I believe it's strictly gonna be because of who your daddy is.
Oh yeah.
Because
That
I
helps.
don't think he should be getting drafted this year. I think he should come back and play.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree.
And if you want to enter the transfer portal, your pop's point guard just got head coaching job at Duquesne.
It's in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
No, I
definitely a
think
great
I mean,
play for Uncle Drew.
my opinion, if you think you're ready,
not Kyrie,
go.
but yeah. Those are those.
If the collegiate game doesn't have anything to offer him, I mean, I don't think it'd be bad to play one more year and just see if you can average 15, you know what I'm saying, and play in impact moments and maybe get to a tournament and then get to the dance, whatever, and make some noise that way. that might be good for him as well. I mean, I'm quite sure he can get NIL money. I don't even think money's even a concern for this guy. I mean,
for sure.
he's a
First and one,
James.
he's the highest paid NIL athlete in college basketball. Obviously, we know why.
And
I think
endorsements
college. I think he's number one in college sports.
period.
Right.
So
More than
money,
Caleb Williams?
yeah.
Sheesh.
So money's not an option. I mean, money's not. You know, he ain't been
It
hurt
ain't
for
been-
money
it ain't
never in
been
his
since he
life.
born yet.
He's
Yeah,
funny
so-
about that.
I feel like he need to come back and so because you're going to get scrutinized regardless because of who your name what your name is.
Yeah.
But you don't want the extra BS and be like, oh, you just I mean, it's gonna be nepotism regardless because pops is pops.
Right.
But you
Come
don't
with the
want that.
territory.
You don't want the extra
Yeah.
nonsense that you're gonna be hearing. Because to be all honest, bro, you didn't really prove it this year.
No,
And I think he's a good player.
I love his skill set. Like he's athletic. He's good on. He can be very good on the defensive end.
So
Decent shooter. Like you said, he just needs to stay and develop some more.
So let me look at this situation, right?
Yeah.
Let's compare him to this Cavalier named Ice Okoro.
I was thinking the same thing.
Now he might be 2 inches shorter than Ice, but
He's like 6'5".
6'5", yeah. But in terms of just raw, I mean, it's comparable.
He's a
Not-
better shooter than Isaac.
Better shooter.
he
He's
is.
probably not
So-
as good of a defender, but
So in that term things, like, yeah, maybe he could. So there's an anonymous, like, fuck this anonymous shit. Just say your name. If
He ain't
you're
gonna
nowhere
say
near ready for the NBA, well,
He
say
ain't
your
gonna
fucking
say his
name.
He ain't gonna say his name.
You know what I'm saying? Say your name. TMZ reporting it.
Because
But
he's
like,
probably in a picture with his daddy.
Oh, yeah,
mad,
for
smiling, cheesing hard as fuck.
but so I mean, you look at the players, the top players come out this year, the Thomas brothers. I mean, people were high on Scoop. You know what I mean? And I didn't hear a lot of noise from him this year. I mean, I know he played in Portland. We weren't really following the Trailblazers, but
He ended the year better than he started.
okay.
he started.
And so, if he get with a team like that where he can get some reps, get some runs, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But if it benefit him to stay in college, then I see it both ways. But if I was him, I would just go to the league.
I don't understand what the rush is.
I don't think
Father Time is the rush.
he'll get drafted.
You know he gonna get drafted. Somebody gonna take him.
Somebody gonna take him just because of the other part.
That's what I'm saying.
But far as I'm talking strictly basketball.
Rachel Nichols said the Lakers gonna draft him.
Okay.
That's what she said. She one of the friends. Draymond chimed in on it.
I mean, LeVar Ball said his boy was going to the Lakers, so
Yeah, he did.
and he did. So maybe LeBron can do it too.
So this is what Draymond says on this podcast, and he quotes, if you don't think he knows how to work, go look at Bronny from his freshman year to his sophomore year.
Ain't nobody.
Yada. There you will see a kid who knows how to work because you can see the improvement in his game, his body, his athleticism. At worst, Bronny is an NBA level defender that can knock down an open shot. Bronny is a really, really good shot. So, Draymond, I don't think he's ready. But he's one of the friends.
Bronny to the Warriors.
But he one of the friends. So so I'm looking for this biased guy saying he's nowhere near ready.
Yeah.
But there's no name associated with it. Because he remains anonymous.
I'm not. I think, like I said,
Put
I
your
think
name on it.
He said he should go to school.
I think he's a good player. I definitely do.
I like his skill set.
I just want him to put that on display
Yeah, I
for
want to see
people.
more. I want to see more.
I agree with that. Need to see more. And more is more.
Cause
Shit.
he can pass. Obviously,
He got IQ.
It's
You know
not
what I
gonna
mean?
be compared to your pop, but he definitely good to great ball handler. Not no elite Kyrie shit. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, I don't think he should leave.
All right, so couple of collegiate basketball things to get to close out the fast break. The South Carolina Gamecocks wins the women's NCAA. First of all, shout out to the city of Cleveland for putting on the show.
Lit.
We was the toast of the town for the weekend.
For sure
A lot of
was.
travelers in town and people like that. Nothing but good things to say about the city.
Not just for that, but for the eclipse and all that.
You
The
know,
city
for the
was
eclipse,
jumping,
yeah,
low key.
it was lit here.
City
People
was
came in
jumping.
for that. But yeah, this South Carolina beats the Iowa Hawkeyes, really going away in women's Final Four, or the championship game rather. And you know, Dawn Staley obviously 37-0, so they had an amazing year.
They going back to back,
But-
bro.
but I-
they
I-
going back to back.
But what I wanted to talk about
This
though
should be 3 in a row.
is obviously, you know, if you know, you know, and Iowa beat them last year in the Final Four to go to the championship game.
Shout out to Raven Johnson
And they
getting her
lost
get
to
back.
USC.
For sure.
Speaking of Raven Johnson, last year I saw this clip where Caitlin Clark just absolutely just disrespected her. You know, she's all the way in the paint, and old girl left on the 3-point line like I just dare you to shoot it. This year she made Caitlin Clark look mortal. And here's what I want to talk about, because you know Diana Taurasi had made some comments and people
I'm glad you brought
all in
that
her
up.
DMs blowing her shit up like she wasn't a good collegiate basketball player.
Like she
and
wasn't her.
You know what I'm saying? And a great WNBA player. Basically saying, yo, it's not gonna be that easy. If y'all expecting to see what you, and I'm paraphrasing what she said, but if y'all expecting to see, you know, in the WNBA with the alleged fever who gonna draft her,
Yeah.
what she did in Iowa in the Big Ten, you got another thing coming. Because them players know, like, oh, you, this is your girl? Oh, okay. And like Miss Johnson
She
came
gonna
to
catch
play.
it.
She was in her pockets. But and what I noticed, as good as Caitlin Clark was, she made no adjustments and she had no counter to the defense that was being played against her. So, is she that good?
Let the
I'm
world.
gonna do my Dr. Evil.
Look, Stack. I'm not gonna take away
I
nothing
know,
that
I'm
girl
not.
did.
I'm not.
No, I understand.
You
No, I
know.
know. You was being facetious,
Yeah. I can be from time to time.
but I'm not gonna take nothing away from what that girl did and what she accomplished. But I'm not gonna be prisoner in the moment.
Right.
Unlike everybody else that just hopped on the women's basketball game, just hopped onto the train. I've been watching since I was a kid. Like I watched Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, and UConn. I watched Shamika Holesclaw and Candace Parker at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I seen and
Don't forget
I
about
seen
Mark-
them win Player of the Year and go get a ring. Like
Yeah.
and everybody was like, oh, well, they teams were loaded, but they still had to get it
You
done.
gotta get it
Yeah.
done. No. That tournament not easy.
Yeah.
You still had to go get it done.
I mean, you got grown ass men that say, from a pure basketball standpoint, they would rather watch women play ball than men because the girls are more fundamentally sound. They tough as nails. Like I mean, you know, they don't dunk. I get it. They don't have the same bone density as men. They're not tall as men. I get that. So they can't dunk. No, they can't. But from just the fundamentals of the game, it's a really good game to watch. And some of them girls,
That's why I
some of them
never
are
understand when people
superb.
was like, man, I can't watch girls
Shit.
hoop. I'm like, but it's the same thing. It's just they're not flying in the air.
Right.
This is the only aspect of the game. Most of them are better shooters than the dudes.
Yeah, by far.
And like you said,
Unless they don't Steph
and
Curry.
with them not having the athletic abilities of the dudes, they have to play basketball.
They do. The thinking part of the game. Setting picks. Boxing out. Playing tough defense.
So I just never understood why dudes would be like, oh, I can't watch girls basketball.
That's disrespectful, fellas. Watch them girls play. I coach girls.
I mean, they've been putting on the show these last 2 years, though. I ain't gonna lie.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been more than just these. It's been worldwide these last 2 years, but
Yeah.
it's been ladies been doing this. Like Simone Augusta, Maya Moore. Like I can keep naming chicks that
Griner.
been getting busy
Yeah, right.
for years. It's just I don't know what the fact. Shout out to the white girl.
Yeah.
She brought more eyes to it, but she's not
not
the
just-
best player I've seen.
No.
It's not just her though. It's Angel Reese. It's a lot of, and then it's a lot of like freshmen, like Juju Watkins, and it's a bunch of talent. Like it's not just the big stars. Like it's people coming in that really got some go. And like you saying, it's always been that. But for some reason, these like someone like Angel Reese and with social media and things like that, and with their rivalry and things, you know what I mean? I guess that's drawing more entertainment to the game.
Yeah, they definitely more visible because of the time of era that they're in.
Yeah.
But you know, for my money, I've never seen anything better than Cheryl Swoops. So I mean, she broke my heart because she beat the Buckeyes and Katie Smith and them back in 92, 93, whenever that was, and I was never the same. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then she went in there, and then when the WNBA opened up, they won 4 straight championships. Her and Cynthia Cooper and them.
Yep.
And so she was phenomenal. Excuse me, John. Goddamn, she was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's Caitlin she been giving girls the business.
South Carolina's head fucking coach was a
Don Staley
dog.
was a beast.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Don Staley was a beast. Her, Rebecca Lobo, and Lisa Les, all the girls can hoop.
But like I said, I think it was last week. Like I said last week, it's just the phenomenon of the 3-point shot. Not saying because we know it's been plenty of sharpshooters in the past, females. We can go down the list, but just how deep she's shooting, it's just that phenomenon, and we know that comes from the whole Steph Curry era, and that's what they infatuated with.
No, for real.
And then let's not act like this hasn't happened before in men's basketball, a la JJ Redick.
Yeah.
Remember Jimmy Fredette?
Jimmy Fredette.
Yeah, so
yeah, he was a shooter. And you know, if you get old light skinned Steph Curry, you really want to really make this shit possible.
At Davidson.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, he wasn't winning NCAA, but he was putting eyes on the court.
He made it to the Elite Eight.
He did.
He averaged 20 points all three seasons he played at Davidson.
But my thing, and that was another thing that I was trying to say. Everybody was talking about how her points look compared to like the stars in the WNBA when they was in school. I'm like, do y'all realize that girl had the greenest light in the world?
Oh yeah.
When you talk about Diana Taurasi, they ran offices and they had a bunch of, you know what I mean. It's Iowa, you know what I mean. Like you said, she got the greenest. She got the Steph Curry green light in Golden State, not Davidson.
Yeah, and you know, and when it comes
Girl
down
put
to
up
it,
23s in back-to-back games.
that's a lot of work. That's like me walking up 3 flights of stairs a couple times.
So yeah,
she was only said 3.
And like you said, I'm not trying to hate on her. She's a phenomenal talent, but we gotta put things in. We gotta start putting things in perspective.
I'm also tell you what it is.
I hate when people just super prisoner for the moment,
Yeah.
like.
And it's like it's really no doing of her, really. You know what I mean? It's the media and these people that try to make it seem like she's making women's basketball exciting or relevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's disrespecting all the people in the past. And that's where someone like Diana Taurasi would say something like that, because you know what I mean? It rubbed you the wrong way as an athlete.
For sure.
Because the scoring record she just beat, that girl is on a back-to-back WNBA championship team. She's starting point guard for the WNBA championship team. Y'all want to talk about Kelsey Plum like this?
No,
Not even close. I ain't hear about Kelsey Plum for real until she got to the WNBA.
Yeah.
Like on a main, you know what I mean, on a major network.
Mm-hmm.
So can we stop?
I mean,
And this is why we do people.
but you know, certain people fit certain narratives.
I know.
And that's pretty much all it boiled down to. So shout out to the South Carolina Gamecocks. Good job. 37-0, phenomenal season, and
Thank you.
women's national championship from 24. So on the men's side, the Connecticut Huskies went away. I mean, this game wasn't even close in my eyes.
Tried to tell y'all.
I
tried.
That wasn't even close. I mean, like they just basically packed it in, let Edie do his thing, and
Get his numbers.
get his numbers in. He looked phenomenal. But down the other end of the court, man, they were just getting anything. They just right. I mean, shot after shot after shot, rebounds, out hustle. Like that Spencer kid was all over the fucking place. He was like Deli out there in that bitch. And so UConn. I mean, can they go back to back to back? Never been done before.
I wouldn't doubt it. South Carolina definitely about to go back to back, because all they losing is the big man.
No, but they big man. I mean, he was big enough to make the big fella uncomfortable. But I think what it boiled down to in the 2-3 positions, you know, small forward, guard, whatever, UConn just had too much talent, too much length.
And then another thing that people weren't talking about coming into it was Purdue was one of the, I think, if not the best shooting team coming in, 3-point wise. But people will talk about UConn gave up the least amount of threes the whole tournament, and they was holding people to like under 25% from three. Like
picking up full court.
Yeah, it was crazy. They held Purdue to one made 3-point shot the whole game.
That ain't gonna get it done.
Edie was the only person in double figures on their team.
Yeah, that was 30.
They scored 50. He had 37. They scored 50 points.
Right. I'm looking at him, and he's a throwback player. Where does his game translate at the next level? He gonna get drafted. I mean, that size is people think, oh, this is my Wemby stopper. But I mean, he don't have the foot speed to be out there with Wemby. So like, where does he fit in the league?
I think he's like a more offensive skilled Rudy Gobert.
Okay. All right. It's good comparison. Yeah, I can see that.
I seen people comparing the other big man on UConn to Rudy Gobert.
He is. Oh fuck! I can't. Sorry, son.
I can't remember his name.
Can't remember your fucking name right now.
It's not the easiest name in the world.
It ain't. But like
Yusuf.
No, the.
I think someone said Jonas. What's his name? Jonas Valanciunas. They compare Edie to him.
I think he got more offensive game than
Yeah,
him.
he do got more offensive game than
say he got more offensive
Valanciunas.
game, yeah.
So I heard somebody try to compare him. I'm like, he can score. Y'all keep naming people that's just big and rebound.
He got his
he got drop steps.
I said Yao Ming.
Dunks. I can see that too.
That's not bad.
Now the thing about Yao is, eventually that he did extend out to the 3-point line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so obviously when he gets to the next level,
He's gonna have to now.
Yeah.
They're gonna definitely coach that.
But I think he can though. That's the one thing they was saying. Like he can't stretch, but like he could.
But that size, man, in today's game.
Brooke Lopez turned himself to
Yeah,
a
he
decent
a
3-point shooter.
lurch too. He's not fast, and he's still.
Because I'm seeing people saying he like a late first round, early second type. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, I don't know.
It
man.
depends on who picking. I mean,
Yeah, like if someone sees like a spot for him, like he fits in good here, he'd probably go earlier.
So I think Detroit got the number
So
one.
Detroit
pick.
number one.
I don't think Detroit
Yeah,
gonna take because they got Durant.
Charlotte, and
Might go there.
A lot of international players they hyping up too.
who else got a disastrous record?
Heard it all.
Right.
Detroit, Charlotte.
See a lot of French motherfuckers at the top of this little
damn it.
board.
Yeah, they popped out. They
Washington.
That's the
Washington, yeah.
That's the Wemby effect. That's the Wemby effect.
Because there's quite a few French-born players, and well, I don't see the Grizz going that way. Utah already got a big one like that. Toronto, who knows? Brooklyn, who knows? But yeah, but I mean, but these are 30-win basketball teams. These teams were on the cusp. They just either had too many injuries or were a player or
Just
two
need something
away.
to get them over that hump.
You know what I mean? And so maybe it's a good team who drafts them that can develop them. And he don't have to have no enormous pressure on them. A team like Chicago or I don't know, Golden State.
I heard that one.
They gonna get a
Dallas.
big man and try.
Dallas or somebody like
I
that.
think Dallas like PJ and what's the other kid's name?
Gafford.
Gafford.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do like
They
that.
playing that up tempo now.
Yeah,
They playing that up tempo.
you gonna slow that down.
But yeah, I mean, I like the kid. That was really my first time watching Purdue. They redeemed themselves after getting knocked out in round one last year.
Yeah.
So they,
Everybody bracket last year.
you know what I'm saying? So they,
Ranked it.
They-
Just
they-
like Kentucky ruined my bracket this year.
Yeah, but I don't know what. I mean,
But like
I told you,
yeah,
John
you told
Wall
me.
said it.
Yeah, he
He's
said
they got the talent to go win that motherfucker,
And
and then they got the potential to get booted in the first round.
and it was the latter.
He was right.
all right, good looking Milwaukee Bucks taking care of business right now. So I saw this other little story real quick. So we're gonna have to probably wait till next week for that culture conversation, ain't we?
Yeah.
If it's still out there.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
It's
so crazy. It swung so quick. Like we think we about to come in here and really get our rocks off, and then now it's this. So it's like you gotta let this shit play out. And bombs is about to get ready to get dropped. So it's probably best to hold off on.
I said I heard something was coming Friday.
Yeah.
Just not even just talking about Future and Metro about to drop another
But
bomb.
Drake, Kendrick, I'm hearing.
Yeah, I heard it's about to be.
And I just heard Jid turned in an album, so it's like, what's going on?
I heard it's about to be bombs over Baghdad out here, boy. And it's good for rap. I mean, respect to, Cole and, protecting his peace.
I think Cole got wind and there's some real shit coming down the pipe, and he was told to like get on out the way, bro. This ain't that like.
But Dom always said it, and like I said, man, everybody when I was hyping my man's tape up this weekend, everybody like, oh, it was a light jab. I said, so what the fuck was Kendrick's?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a left hook. Oh, that was a haymaker. I said rap really been falling off. If y'all think that was it, I said y'all saying like that, like Kendrick just dropped Hit 'Em Up or something, or Ether. Like, bro, that shit was mid too.
More than anything, it was a
shock
banger.
value.
It was a great song, yeah, and niggas
value.
was not expecting it. Yeah, it was a shock value, like you said. And yeah,
If you really sit down to it, like, bro, he didn't say really nothing crazy to Cole.
And if you ask Kendrick, he would probably say that like he was just throwing some jabs. He wouldn't
Cole
going in for no kill. Yeah,
we all know who he want to step out with him.
no, for sure. I think the shots, the little small shots he throw at Cole, he's trying to be like, slide out the way, bro. Like, cause I'm really about to take this nigga head off. That's what I assume.
We all know what we aiming at. He been aiming at him for, and then everybody would talk. And if you listen to the Control verse, listen to the way he says Drake's name.
Drake. He said it like Soulja Boy. No, just like
He did. No bullshit.
Drake.
No boy. He been aiming at one person. Cole just was in the way.
Now speaking of Soulja Boy, so I seen this. The only reason why I bring it up is because
him dancing with Sexy Red.
I don't blame him.
I knew he was about to do this. Go ahead.
No, but here's the question
lot of
tomorrow.
that.
As soon as we talk about hip hop
For
real
sure.
quick, we'll flip it. In your
Big
eyes,
Lotta.
who was most influential to hip hop? Tupac or Soulja?
Pop.
Are we doing this right now?
This what this nigga posted on his Instagram, so I'm just bringing it up.
Nigga is.
All right. I'm not gonna totally disrespect Soulja Boy.
No, Soulja Boy is very influential in the
Soulja
internet
Boy is
era.
very-
But I'm
so
talking about Tupac
very
as a
influential.
whole.
Very influential YouTube mastermind. He did his motherfucking thing.
I just want to see what y'all thoughts was. Yeah,
Bape shoes, the big jeans,
that's everything
right
he bought
on the
up.
glasses. You know what I mean?
He bought all that up.
Him and what was the nigga name? A-Rab. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Him
his,
and A-Rab.
his little side.
Oh
chick.
yeah.
Yeah, that was Batman and
But
Rabbit.
Pac is Pac.
Yeah, come on, man. We ain't gonna do that. Not on this show.
So we'll keep that topic short. No, I mean, because when you think about it, was it 2000, what, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah.
So,
Into 6, 7.
so you know,
around
you
there.
get MySpace era, you know what I mean?
3-a-days and shit.
The internet technically is still a baby at 10 years old, basically. You know, the World Wide Web as we know it today is still relatively young. I mean, so he took full advantage of the era that he was in.
Yeah, he was a pioneer.
But I think what separates Pac from him, aside from him, you know, being a phenomenal actor and, you know, artist,
Activist.
was he was influential.
Yeah.
Like he caused people to think. Like, I mean, I know it was a lot of beef, you know, with that, and you know, many people would call him a thug and this and that, and whatever the persona was, his image was in the public, because that's really what it was. I mean, I don't know if he really lived that offside the wax. I don't know if any of them do. I'm not that close to the.
I know he shot them 2 undercover cops.
So yeah, so he did he did some things, you know, went to jail, came out, was still on top. So it was a lot of influence that he had at that point in time. And then, you know, like people, when he got shot, people thought he was going to come back again, like he was going to beat to death again.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was so many different things, you know, that he was influential in. And so I think in that debate, I think he is more influential than Soulja.
Yeah,
Because the music is no comparison.
I wouldn't call it a debate.
Yeah,
But I
the
get what you're
music,
saying.
the music is no comparison whatsoever.
No, not at all.
But like I said, don't disrespect the soldier. He definitely had his carved out his little space in rap history. He definitely did that. But Pac is Pac.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and then you could imagine like if you know if the Lord saw fit that was his time to go, and he was still around in 06, 07, 2010 when the internet was, he would have marketed that shit to the fullest.
Yeah, he'd be the biggest. Yeah,
Cause that's, I mean, think about it. That's 10 years after his death when Soldier popped.
yeah, that's true.
He would have been 35.
Yeah, roughly. So, I just, you know, people be on the internet, they be clowning, they be trolling. You know, I guess it's all about the views. I guess we need some too, so why not say some heinous shit? But, alright, so I got a debate for y'all.
Stole my whole flow! Bar for bar, word for word!
Nigga said that was Kiss Me Through the Phone. That wasn't even the song. Charlamagne.
As we embark to the NBA playoffs, Thoughts on, and now we hear Giannis Antetokounmpo cheating an Achilles heel injury with a calf strain, which I don't think he'll be back no time soon for. I'm sorry, that's a devastating injury.
And the way he play, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going down,
He relies
changing
on
directions and all of that shit. He not gonna be playing at a high level at all. And some people believe out there in the internet world that they're calling Dame Lillard overrated because he ain't got it done. Is this now the most pressure that Dame Lillard is about to face in his career?
Yes.
Yeah,
Easily.
I'm not gonna go so far as to call Dame overrated.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You know, because sometimes when you in your area, there's always a team that you may not be able to get over. I mean, Golden State was that team. I mean, when you look at a lot of his numbers, I mean, he eclipsed Steph in scoring many seasons. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, the three free throw percentages, the 3 foot, it's all that shit.
I just still gotta hold 19 against him.
Okay.
You gotta at least get one.
You gotta get one, don't you?
Yeah.
And they
Y'all was up all 4 games in the fourth quarter.
Man.
You gotta bring home one of them, EB. Just
I agree.
one. And they ain't had KD.
You know who I wanted to win?
Then they had no KD.
It was set up for them.
Y'all gotta snatch one of them.
So when you talk about and this may be where the overrated argument comes from, Thoughts on, and with calling Dame, if you will, overrated. Does he really make his teammates better? Like, did CJ really? Was he him? Was he really a Robin?
I mean, I think they played well together. So I guess I would say, yeah, he made CJ better. Like it's hard to say though.
I'm not gonna say he made him better. I think he made it easier for him.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Cause I think CJ had a bag.
for sure.
Still does.
Still
No
does.
disrespect to CJ McCollum.
No question.
And they not in the play-in no more. They just jumped Phoenix for the 6th seed.
Good job out of them.
But yeah, I think it was more push and pull with them. I don't think it was. I don't think it was Chris Paul, Devin Booker. Like Chris Paul elevated Devin Booker's
Oh
game.
yeah, by far. You know
No,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And is that
And
is
they
that
was
kinda
like close in drafts. Like I think they was like a 1 or 2 drafts apart.
Yeah.
and that's kind of like what you want to see out of Dame.
It would be nice. Cause yeah, I think CJ McCollum my age.
Yeah, Dame gonna have to turn. He gonna have to get on that type of time.
All right, so I'm gonna look at that 19-20 roster real quick when they made it to the conference finals against Golden State and couldn't get it done.
You talking about Portland?
Yeah. Oh, was it 19-20?
No, it was 18-19.
Okay, let's go back. Let's back that ass up, as my uncle would say.
Cause 19-20 is the COVID year.
Okay. Back that ass up. Here we go. It was a 19 finals. It was
Yeah.
19 season. Okay, gotcha. All right, finished third in the West, 53-29. We already said they had So okay. So Yuga Nurkic was still there. Anthony Simon's been in the league for a minute. Damn. Gary Trent Jr., Evan Turner, Rod Hood, Maurice Harkless, Enes Kanter Freedom, Seth Curry, Zach Wilson, Wade Baldwin. I don't think he was a key call, and Al Farouk Aminu.
They had the wrong Curry. They had the wrong Curry.
And Myers Leonard, who never lived up to the hype. Decent, solid team.
Not enough though. But like John says, you gotta get one, bruh.
You gotta get one.
And it wasn't like you said, it wasn't like when them games weren't competitive.
No, they was all up. They was up 18, 19, 20 in many of those games going into the fourth quarter. And Golden State hit one of them runs, make 6, 7 threes. 4 or 5 threes in a row. And next thing you know, they made 8, 9 in a row, and you down by 4 or 5, and they got momentum. So now with this Milwaukee team, no Giannis, like who was he leaning on? Because Chris ain't who he used to be.
Definitely not.
Brooke, he not 20 a night no more. He getting maybe every other night. Like who we gonna lean on this roster? This is why I thought that they rushed defining this roster this season.
You can tell by how they fired the coach, brought in Doc. You can tell they was.
And not to mention
they was in fucking panic mode.
They tucked there.
Yeah,
with the coach.
They was moving very hasty. It's like y'all just got him. You know what I mean?
They won 30 games for you.
And I think what is it? They are under 500 with Doc.
They are.
But I get why they like in we gotta win now mode because Dame ain't he ain't young or nothing like that. But
they act like they started off like the Miami Heat or something.
Yeah.
Like y'all was second. Y'all were second. The same position y'all in are now was the same position y'all was under fucking Adrian Griffin.
Facts.
There's no need to make that fucking change. None.
Yeah, because nobody saw Boston having this historic season. They knew it was gonna be good, but.
And they wasn't that far behind Boston when they fired him.
Yeah, it was
No, they wasn't. They was
4 or 5 games.
I think
They
was about as close as anybody's been. Yeah, hell yeah.
They wasn't that far away from Boston. And y'all fire y'all coach for it because Giannis went up there and said something.
Because Thanasis.
I don't know if it was because of him, but I know for sure Giannis had something to do with him getting fired.
I just want to say Thanasis.
And I understand, look, man, I understand you win a ring, you hold weight. But that was damn near 20 years ago.
Today's NBA. You talking about Doc?
Yes.
Yeah. He could have said no. But he was already consulting, so how could he? Like he set himself up. Like he was an understudy, like he was like Adrian was his understudy or something.
Corny, man. Corny cuz. Watch your back, Kevin Stefanski.
He went over there he went over there for a reason.
No, he knew what he was
and then he was saying like, I don't want to coach no more. And then now
the next week, we breaking news. Doc Rivers.
That make me go, That's odd.
What a Kawiki fucking thing. But that was But he ain't had no good track record, bro. He ain't been back to the finals since 2010.
Nope.
It's 2024. So you ain't been to a finals in 14 years. You ain't won one in 16.
And it's not like you had development teams.
No, everything.
You had teams that was prime ready to win that had rosters.
Blew a 3-1 lead to the Houston Rockets with James Harden sitting on the bench.
Sure did.
Blew a 3-1 lead with the Clippers to the Nuggets. Then y'all want to come out and say, "Oh, we ain't want to be there."
So this ends disastrously.
Blew a 3-1 lead last year against the fucking Celtics. Well, no, it was 3-2.
3-2.
With Game 6 in your building, and y'all shit the bed.
They literally had him on the ropes. Literally had him on the ropes.
Got hit with the rope-a-dope.
and couldn't close
The
that
other
deal.
the other 3 won league because he has the most. It was he was Orlando Magic coach.
That was against Orlando. They lost to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were a higher seed that time, too. So, I mean, obviously, if this team if they don't win it all, because that's how they're built,
That's what Dame came here for.
they're going to have to blow this thing up again.
I think they give it another year. You got to.
You gotta put some different side dishes around these two players, though.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, obviously, you might have to either trade Middleton, buy him out, trade whatever, bring him off the bench.
We're gonna have to walk, or his minutes gonna have to come significantly down.
Right.
They're gonna have to do what LA did to AD. Giannis, you gotta play center, so we can get faster around you.
He has to develop a post game.
He don't have no bag, so you know he ain't got no post.
He has to go see Hakeem Olajuwon.
Everybody else has.
He has to go do something, bro, because obviously you coming down Euroing and yamming on people.
It's wear and tear on that calf and that ankle.
Yeah, especially when you get up in age.
You about to be 30, bro. It's about to start hitting different.
You get up in age, you gotta start changing your game. You gotta get you a fadeaway. You gotta get you a little.
Well, my thing is you haven't
Left,
been working
right
on
shoulder.
and developing that over the how many years you been in the league. Like, what's the odds of that?
What's this, year 10 for him?
Yeah, I mean, it's when you have a lot of success doing one thing, and that's why I be so cautious to call people great.
Yeah.
Because you need to see another level of your game develop each and every year. You gotta be able to do something different.
But what I hear from the greats, though, especially in basketball, they say the greats, like LeBron, you're supposed to add something new to your game every offseason.
Kobe did it. Mike did it.
LeBron did it.
Paul Pierce had a bag. Carmelo, KD, like. You gotta add something.
And you gotta be realistic. If your game,
Kyrie post up more than this nigga.
You gotta be realistic too. If your game is predicated off athleticism, we know that shit is the first thing that goes
Every
It
time.
does.
You know what I mean?
He gonna be looking like James Harden in a few years.
He ain't got that little double step back he be doing.
They should travel.
That nigga James Harden be a hell of a left tackle, boy.
With the kick slide. Oh God.
Hey, James Harden be a fucking hell of a left tackle,
With
bro.
the kick slide.
The kick slide, legendary, boy. Dean'll never get around that edge.
Not at all. Straight bull rushing. You
Got
got to
to.
around that edge.
You got a question also?
Oh yeah, I got a thoughts on. So this is college football related because obviously it's spring ball going on right now. I didn't make it out to Columbus this year, but from what I hear from the other coaches, man, it's night and fucking day from last year. And the squad
That
is
quarterback
loaded.
spot?
Huh?
Talking about that quarterback spot?
No, just the roster period. Like, but specifically what I want thoughts on, man. So we got the #1 rated high school player by Jeremiah J.J. Smith. And man, this kid is the real deal. They saying like he already looking like Mars replacement. Not like potentially like they said this nigga had 350 yards in one practice. Like he was just going crazy. So what's your thoughts on, the Buckeyes and this new crop of talent we got going on?
Listen, man. One thing in one position I'm never going to be worried about is that one.
No, for sure.
It used to be that one and the other side, DB, that one.
But the DB is coming back now.
It's coming along. Like I said, they played way better last year. Shout out to Denzel Burke. You
Coming
still,
back.
you wasn't as shaky as you was the year before. Stepped your game up, and then hopefully this year you make another jump with the kid we got from Alabama. DB wise, I like where it's starting to look like DBU again.
Yeah, we didn't took Sonny Styles and moved him from safety to linebacker. That linebacker crew looking hella athletic.
Yeah, Sonny definitely should be a linebacker.
Yeah, cause
Man, that nigga look like a G.I. Joe, boy.
But number one, I'm gonna miss Mara like a motherfucker.
I don't know, man. This JJ kid.
We're having a gazelle out
This
there.
JJ kid is
But
serious, bruh.
I just my concern is coaching. I know he done bought Chip Kelly in.
Yeah, his mentor.
So like I want to see how we manage these games. Cause look, I mean, I fought for the dude many times on this show.
He better listen to Chip, because Chip ran. Regardless of how Chip got it done at Oregon, everybody was talking about Chip ran the ball.
And again, we got some.
And that's what we know
got
for.
some dogs back there.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Just if that's your mentor, your mentor need to get his foot up your ass, because regardless of what was going on outside, yeah, it looked pretty and all the shit we was running this motherfucking ball.
We was getting north and south.
But my bad.
Yeah, but I mean, but when you do that, it sets up the pass. It sets up the play action, and you can take them shots because they think you running the ball. So
and
my whole thing is the coaching.
And to John's point, bro, we have two of the best running backs in college football, in Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins.
They got a speedster and they got a bruiser.
Like, both of them dudes is #1 running backs on most teams.
So
hand that thing off, man. You got a new quarterback. We got a young crop of receivers.
There are my questions.
The defense is gonna be crazy though.
I miss who we had. Cause last year was like when you get spoiled because you don't watch so many great quarterbacks, and then you sit there and you watch the game and you thinking about Justin Zwick and fucking Joe Germain and Stanley Jackson, and you thinking about that all over again, and that misery that you felt when you did it. That's how I felt watching the Buckeyes this year.
And as good as the season Marv had, it's like we got robbed of something historic. Like, he could have really had a historic season.
I'll never want to see that again.
I don't
you got all these because he had a Boston. They had a Joey Galloway.
David Boston.
You know what I'm saying? They had
Terry Glenn.
You know what I'm saying? They had guys like Marvin's ilk.
For sure, all of them was dogs, and at O State and in the league. Yeah.
And then you give me a Troy. Then you give me a Cardell was great when he was here in a season and a half or so. But I'm thinking about Terrell. I mean, even though that was some turbulence, you still had a quarterback.
Yeah.
It was a run option, pass option, run pass option with him, so he can move the ball up and down the field. And his decision making wasn't nearly as bad as this guy's is. You know what I'm saying? Then you give me a CJ Stroud.
It was his timing and shit like that. Like,
how the fuck
balls is short.
How the fuck you give me CJ Stroud and then you bring in this guy? What the fuck are we doing? Why are we pedaling backwards?
I remember reading the comments about Kyle last year, and everybody was like, well, he was Marv quarterback. I said, that's cool. This shit happens. I've heard this story, and it's still going to happen. Motherfuckers always, hey, if you want me to come here, you got to bring my boy. Yeah, that's cool. Now, we got what we wanted. Now, let's go put him a real quarterback, because you know he ain't it.
Yeah, this is the practice squad guy. This is scout
team.
He the arm.
Yeah, he the scout arm.
The camp arm. Camp arm.
Like, we should not be, Ohio State Buckeyes shouldn't have to worry about the transfer portal to acquire a quarterback.
Yeah, because we supposed to get the cream of the crop. And that was my ultimate thing with Ryan Day. It's like, it's your fault we in this position quarterback wise. Like, because it's with not Nick Saban. With Urban Meyer, it was next guy up. Dwayne Haskins, you know what I mean?
And
Fields, CJ Stroud.
That's how Herb always was.
Always had it lined up.
I had Chris Leak won the natty, and as soon as Chris Leak leave, I have Tim Tebow.
And
I had Cam Newton
on that roster.
Yeah.
And so Cam had his league, but hey, I was stacking them.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. And when you load it at any point, this kid can be like, hey, I'm going to the draft. You gotta have that next guy ready.
Yeah, you gotta be ready.
Because the expectations is high every year. Ain't no fucking rebuild at Ohio State.
None whatsoever.
Ain't no reloading.
And so
we do reload.
Yeah, ain't no rebuilding.
That's what I mean when I say I want to see what these coaches do. Obviously, he addressed the defensive ball the year before.
Thank God.
I guess he decided to coach the team versus coach the offense. This year, I'm quite sure he'll still be involved in play calling, whatever.
Let Bill do it.
But you got to have some, because Bill O'Brien down there too, right?
No, Bill O'Brien gone.
He left. That's why.
He
why
went to Boston College.
He went to
he had a job
university.
out for there, and his kid's sick, so he wanted to be closer to home. That's why Chip.
And that's why Chip came in. So,
which is cool. Exactly. I'd rather have Chip.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna let him call the plays, fine, and just coach the team. Make sure that you managing the game.
And Chip is enthused. The reason why he left is because the state of college football it can kind of be overwhelming for a head coach. He's glad that he can just really lock in on ball.
Yeah, just be in the booth.
You know what I mean? So
or on the field.
I'm excited for
your choice.
What the
No,
spot
Chip
gonna
gonna
look
be
like.
down there in the grass.
Yeah,
Get dirty. Be down there in the cold and the snow in late November.
I gotta be to look at my guys, man.
Yeah, I don't
prefer
like
it.
that booth life.
That's that luxury life. Like, why you sitting in the booth? Especially a defensive coordinator. Like, I don't understand. I was watching the San Francisco and you the DC. Why the hell is you in the booth, bro?
A lot of times it be them old DCs. But shit, Jim Schwartz be on the field, and then at
Right,
St. Joe's, our DC be on the field. I'll be in the booth, eyes, be in the eyes.
That's different. Now you telling me what's going on. Eyes up. But me, far as me, that's calling the plays. I need to feel that.
Yeah, and I need my guys to feel me. Yeah, like for sure. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if I ever do become a D coordinator, I'm on the field, bro.
Right.
And I'm gonna put someone I trust in the boxes. You know what I mean, to communicate back and forth with. But yeah, I need to be on the field.
All right. So thoughts on Cam was on Unk's show here recently.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
They was competing on who had the tighter trousers.
Pause.
Go
Did you
ahead.
say trousers? All right. No, but so I mean, he was, I guess, comparing the situation about catastrophic injuries and opportunities. I'm gonna paraphrase this topic.
I think I seen this clip though.
And so they lined on the clip that I seen. They lined up all the black quarterbacks: Lamar, Justin. Was Vic on there?
It was Vic and him and Cam.
And it was Justin Fields and it was. You said, why you talking about like that?
Go
Bro?
ahead.
You said fucking Justin's Vic again. Man, I'm fucking.
It was Vic. It was Vic, Justin Fields, Lamar, Cam himself, and Kirk Cousins.
Basically saying how Kirk got another bag. Over 30, really over 33, right?
Coming off an Achilles.
Coming off a devastating injury.
I think Kirk 34.
Gets a bag,
34.
right? Basically saying that they didn't even have to do all of that. They could have gave up two picks of any kind to get Justin. They could have gave up 2 firsts to get Lamar.
Last year, yeah.
You know, for me, my resume is still better than Kirk Cousins, and I ain't even played in consistent football in so many years. Like,
yeah, last 4 years.
they spent the bag
His
and
last
they
year
had
2020, yeah.
all them other options. So, like, what are your thoughts on? And we talked about this before. But now we're gonna gossip, my guy, about black quarterbacks again in the disrespect. I mean, we coming around. I know we got Patty Melt, but he played both sides of the fence.
CJ.
We know, CJ coming along, young player. Lamar's elite. You got to
Buddy
get over the hump.
Buddy Love.
We got Buddy Love coming along. I think he played
that
both sides of the fence too, don't he?
Mm.
At least he looked like it.
He do.
Okay. But I mean, he black nonetheless. And I'll be watching, you find these clips on Randall Cunningham and how fucking awesome he was back in the day. I mean, Mike Vick definitely changed the game as we know it.
Dante Culpepper.
Culpepper, Donovan McNair. I mean, so it's been a host of these winning players. And yet, when it comes down to the bag, there's always this hesitation. I mean, I know the Browns back, they desperately seeking Susan, totally different situation. Because they know they should have drafted a black quarterback long time ago. So, like...
Shit, y'all could have drafted him there.
Sure the fuck could have.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, the digression. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, where we at?
America.
Right.
I can't put it no simpler than that. Like,
All right. So speaking of which, so you got the gentleman running for president, he down at Chick-fil-A today, just kicking it with all the black people.
We seen this before.
This a rerun.
Remember what Joe Biden told us in 2020?
Listen,
You ain't black if you don't vote for
that
me.
shit was disrespectful.
Remember what Hillary told us 4 years before that?
And she pulled out the hot sauce.
She put hot sauce in her bag.
We know she an all-time crook. But look though,
Name one politician that ain't.
Off the top of my head, I can't name one.
They all be stealing.
What Lil Reese be saying? I gotta do my
I gotta
research.
do my research.
I can't.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to do my research on that.
I don't know.
They all be stealing.
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
My constituents. Your pockets.
No, but like, these are, a legend, another legend, really. I mean, a Heisman MVP, you reached the legend status. I'm sorry, even though it was a short dance. We know the game is only 6 to 8 years shelf life, so if that's how it worked off him, so be it. But when he played, he was elite. MVP 2 times. Did Lamar win MVP 2 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Justin, we don't know yet. I mean, he's a young player. Maybe my man, what's his name in Pittsburgh? Can't think of his name.
Russ.
No, the other coach.
Mike Tomlin.
Tomlin can work something out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. So, but the Kurt get the bag, and you coming off an Achilles heel.
And my thing would be like maybe they was just trying to get a veteran in there and then try to get something to draft. But y'all bought the brink. Y'all backed the brink trucks up for him. So it's like that can't be the case after you pay him all that money. He's the guy in Atlanta now.
For the next 3 years. Unless y'all, scrub it and eat it. Pause. But y'all gotta think though, like he hurt himself the beginning of October?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mid-October off the Achilles, so y'all expecting him to be ready game 1?
So here, let's listen to it real quick. We got some audio courtesy of Club Shay Shay.
Paid Kirk Cousins. They could have got Cam Newton,
It's Cam Newton
Justin
speaking.
Fields, and Michael Vick for that price.
You do realize they could have gave up 2 first rounders and got Lamar Jackson for.
But we're not talking about that. And I'm not saying that to shame Kirk Cousins. My take personally was Cam's getting old. He ain't getting no younger. He's 32 at the time. He's coming off a shoulder injury, leg sprain. Cool. All things that are not quote unquote serious injuries.
They're not career ending.
Career ending. If you tore your Achilles back when you was playing,
They say you could.
you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're never the same player.
So now you're giving this person the money coming off an injury. So how am I supposed to feel? Because the same questions and the same concerns that you had with me, obviously you done overlooked that.
You see, don't have those concerns with him.
And if you give Kirk Cousins my resume, he probably would have got more. But I'm
For
tripping.
sure.
But I'm bitter. But I'm mad. I'm not. I'm just exposing the truth.
Kirk Cousins will be
And it's for
36
you
at the beginning
to
of the
digest
year.
however you feel.
Beginning of the season.
We already passed that over the hill age.
Audio courtesy of Club Shay Shay. Shout out.
Yeah,
But
he's
yeah.
35. His birthday is August 19th.
So Cam's argument is, he coming off of a serious injury, and you drop him the bag. You give him the bag. You add my resume to it. He get more money.
MVP, Super Bowl appearance. Yeah.
And we have yet to see Kirk Cousins get out the first round in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so there's always some questions and some scrutiny when it comes to quarterbacks who don't fit this descriptive narrative. It's okay for him to bring you the billions. When it's time to give him his millions, you got all these questions. I don't get it.
Kirk Cousins got hurt week 8 of the NFL season last
So
year.
that's
So
November,
that's
October. So it's a 9 to 12 month injury. So
He
he
just ain't no young man.
and he now okay. KD came back, but KD was out.
KD missed a whole year.
Right.
KD, remember, because he left Golden State. He was on the Nets team, but he didn't play that
He
whole
didn't play
year.
it that whole year.
Yep.
Facts. Because he over 35 at this time. He might have been 34.
What was that?
That
was 20. 19.
So he's
That was the 19 season. 19 going into 20.
he's 36, 7 now. So maybe he's 32. Maybe he's 31, 32.
Early 30s.
Early 30s. And he's out 12 months. And he plays basketball. And guess what? A quarterback got to drop back. They got to plant. They got to pivot. They got to move. So as much, accountability on that Achilles heel as a basketball player.
Kevin Durant the same age as Kirk Cousins.
So they 36. So that Kevin 31 when that happens. 30, 31. He got a bag, but he plays basketball though.
So KD, same age as Kirk Cousins, coming off his 4th final appearance. He's got 2 rings already. He's won an MVP, 2 finals MVPs. So his resume is smoking Kirk Cousins boots. So I understand why the Nets would go pay him.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Over and over again.
Now Atlanta on the other hand.
You lost to Daniel Jones in the playoffs last time you was there.
Convincingly.
Right.
Danny Dimes.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Like, I fully back Cam on what he was talking about. That, but again,
Hey,
what?
that's Atlanta's problem.
Yeah, it's about to be. But luckily for
My
them,
man Childish Gambino said, "This is America."
it's America. But fortunately for him, in this argument, the division he plays in is devoid of
Very weak.
a juggernaut, if you will. So maybe it works out for him. Maybe you can win 9. Now you can obviously win 8, 9 games in that division and make it to the playoffs.
But
And the NFC overall
as
is
far
a
as it working out for him, like he got to win some playoff games.
No, that's the thing, and that's and when you acquire a player and you pay him a bag such as $180 million, basically $200 million.
You looking for some playoff success.
You're looking for a Super Bowl.
No,
yeah,
thank you.
Exactly.
And the talent they got down there, and I said it all last year. I picked them to win their division last year based on like Desmond Ritter. You really didn't have to. Just don't get in the way.
Yeah.
You got a stud at running back.
Hands, yeah.
You got a stud tight end. You got a stud fucking number 1 receiver. You got complimentary. Thank you. Receivers around Drake London, and your
And they
defense
defense
was playing lights out last year.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter just didn't have to get the fuck in the way, which he kept doing, and which is why they didn't win their division and were going to the playoffs last year. Maybe Kirk Cousins can
Maybe Kirk Cousins can be that.
get him.
Maybe that's their logic. They're thinking.
But my thing, and to EB's point, when you pay somebody $200 million, I don't want you to just get me to the to the playoffs. I'm not paying you to just get me there. I've done. Matt Schaub did that for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
we paying you to get us to the Super Bowl like Matt Ryan did. Can you do that? And not blow it.
And not blow it, because that's of course what this is all about.
and as much shit as I give Baker Mayfield and the rest of the world, Baker Mayfield got more playoff wins than you.
That he does.
Shake and bake. Shout out.
Jordan Love has more playoff wins
Buddy
than you.
Love, so do. Buddy Love is winning.
Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts. I mean, like,
Jimmy Garoppolo.
chumps.
And they just getting started.
You going on year 13, my boy.
So yeah, that's that. And so, I'm wholeheartedly with Cam on that.
Shout out to Mr. Home Depot.
But again, Arthur Blank. But again, this is, you know, why I enjoy this quote unquote podcast life, because now we don't have to worry about having to impress anybody, any executives, any networks, because we spitting facts or truths, or let's just say our opinions that might not be heavily favorable to the rest of America.
Yeah, to the
You know what I'm
popular-
saying? To popular demand or popular belief, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
We're not driving the same narrative that
No.
you see, you know, on the mainstream.
So, so I want to see who got something to say to Cam about these comments, because last time he did,
Oh yeah, they gonna
They
call
tried
him
to
bitter
drag
and all
him.
the other.
they tried to
Drag
drag
him.
him.
Oh, you just jealous. Kirk Cousins way better than you. And, man, come on, man. You know the truth. Y'all know that ain't true.
I would never pick him.
I'd have loved to see Cam Newton with fucking Justin Jefferson. The
Shit.
fuck?
Even Drake London, shit, for that matter.
Drake London, Kyle Pitts,
Yeah, fucking.
Bijan
Bijan in the
Robinson
back.
behind me.
Any other thoughts on us? You boys?
No, y'all brought up mine. I was gonna bring up the Kirk Cousins Cam Newton clip.
Nah, I ain't got none. I don't got that.
All right, so we'll get to the state of the Cavs. Yeah, so
We won tonight, I'm assuming.
they did. The Cavaliers are crawling into the playoffs. Quite frankly, they're on life
being
support.
nice.
Right, that's being very generous.
And I don't want to sound like a broken album or skipping CD or a buffering Wi-Fi signal. And I was talking to John about this before we got started. And I'm going to talk about JB for a second. Not firing JB, not saying he's not the right guy for this team to get him to the next level, and that whole conversation. But what I think JB needs to do is, if you're not playing well, might you sit your ass on the bench and not put somebody that is playing well?
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever kind of energy that you putting out there, that shit is contagious. And lo and behold, tonight, take a certain somebody off of the court, you put a certain somebody in, level play goes up, you go up from 3 to 8 to 10 to 20.
And who is this certain?
I'm not, no names, please.
Okay.
No names.
No names, no names.
And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
If you know, you know.
But what I'm saying is, if you're not playing well, because good coaches will say, he ain't got it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with somebody else. So now, player A has to change their approach, their preparation, go to bed a little earlier, get off the game a little sooner. Whatever it is that you do that's causing you not to come to work prepared.
Watch a little more film.
Watch more film. I told you to go get some of that Mark Price tape. I'm quite sure it's down there in the basement.
Come get some shots up.
All of that. Better decision making. All of that. So, I guess what I want to say is, right now they sit in the 4th seed. They got home court back tonight. They got to win out in order to make this happen. They got to stay up at half a game because they lose tiebreakers.
So we jumped the Knicks.
We jumped Orlando.
No, we
because
jumped
Milwaukee took
Orlando.
care of
Knicks
business.
Knicks
we're
is-
a half
So,
game back.
Thank
behind
you,
the Knicks.
Damian Lillard. But we got to win the next 2, because if we lose 1, they win 2. We lose all the tiebreakers against everybody.
Yep.
We're gonna be a 5th seed, and if you lose against the
Maybe-
Pacers,
I was about to say maybe we're
right.
6
Could
seed.
be as low as
you know what I'm saying, you could be even lower.
God damn.
I'm just
So
glad we won tonight.
gotta get that one. So we ain't gonna talk about the 26 point debacle. That shit happens. It's 82 games. But he's got to focus on who's playing. That's his. For his job is on the line. Because you know Dan Gilbert don't play. He back more involved now. He's feeling better. Bro, you not playing well tonight. I'm going this way. I've seen it happen
Yeah, fucking Craig Porter in.
to some great players.
What I just mentioned it when we was talking about the Bucks and Doc. I forget who the coach was for the Houston Rockets at that time.
Was that Dan and Tony?
Dan and Tony.
I think so. I'm sitting my MVP star level player. We down 20 right now. We down in the series. We down right now. Like this we lose this could be the rest of my season.
No, for sure.
I made an adjustment. Hey, you sitting? He sat most of the third quarter. I mean, he sat most of the into the fourth quarter for a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you just ain't got it tonight, bro.
Yeah, you're not giving me what I need to get.
And you know how James like to kick it at night.
Strip club, lemon pepper wings.
It's a hell of a lifestyle.
With little baby and shit.
It's a hell of a
In the
lifestyle.
studio with little baby.
I'll live the
So,
lifestyle for
I
one
mean,
night.
it's a couple years back. We come back against the Pacers. We got our 2 and 3 sitting on the bench.
Yeah, Kyrie and Kevin was on the bench that night.
It happens, bro.
Channing Frye on the court, knocking down shots.
It happens, man. You gotta ride the high hand, man.
Mon Shumpert playing D, and you come back. Man, I've been
And
dealt.
that's part of the coaching, man, is making them tough decisions.
It is, because you can't worry about the players feeling, because it's for the whole team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
If I prioritize this one guy's feeling, you know what I mean, I'm jeopardizing the team as a whole.
if bruh, if you that fragile, might you need some help? Well, I'll recommend you somebody if I'm JB Beckerstaff,
Yeah.
because I'm not about to get fired.
Yeah, cause then what you gonna do when I ain't got a job, my brother? What your feelings gonna do for me then?
And they might trade you now. Oh, this piece don't fit. So this late in the season, fuck your stats.
Get the dub.
Fuck the all NBA. None of that stuff matters right now, because
Play to win the game.
play to win the game, get the W, help your team win any way you can. If it's 30 minutes one night, 35 the next, 20 this night, so be it. We win, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some shots up. I'm gonna stay. Cause that was one thing about LeBron, and people kill me when they talk about this guy. I remember when and how he changed and how he became a great player. You know, 2006 season. You know, they played the dreaded Detroit Pistons. You know, we come back to Cleveland, we down 0-2. The Cavs played good at the Palace, but they just couldn't hit that oomph in the second half to close those games out, right? LeBron James in the arena hours before the game, getting up shots, training, working. And then he come out and explode. Pause. In game 3, they win game 4. They took that game. But he learned how to win on his own. There wasn't no veteran here to tell him that shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? Maybe he studied. Maybe it was Mike Brown. Who knows? Maybe Paul Silas gave him a call. I don't know. But that's what it takes this time of year. You got to be focused. And I don't think them young players is focused like that. And that's what they are, young players.
And the lights get bright. The lights are gonna be bright again.
They are. He ready.
No, I know
He
Jay
been
ready.
steady all year.
Yeah, I know Jay ready.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you got Karis LeVert. Don't call me Gerald. You got, as I do that, you got Marcus Morris. What you bring him in for?
Toughness.
You got Double T. Double T is an awesome Cav. He might not be a good Bull. He might not be a good Celtic. He might not be a good Laker. But he a good Cav.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, Russ. Yeah, Russ.
You understand what I'm saying?
After the game.
And so that's just what my feelings are. This is fuck the stats. This late in the season is about getting dubs. Obviously, I gotta bow down. Donovan is our best player, and wherever he takes us is where we go. And I gotta get on the bandwagon. I gotta be Robin.
No, for sure.
So, you know, my conversation, hopefully JB had with these guys is we're going to redefine our roles, because it's too late in the season to be worried about your shots and your stats. This is what I need you to do tonight, so we can get into the playoffs, get a good season, and eventually win 3 rounds and get to the NBA Finals. If you're not preaching NBA Finals, if your messaging is coming out and it's not getting to the finals and winning it all, then what are we doing here?
First and 4, man, every series.
No, for sure.
Let's get to 4.
And that's one thing I want to hear from JB Bickerstaff. Talking about winning the championship. Our goal is to win the whole fucking thing. I don't hear that enough out of him.
Talk it, man. It might be a little discouraging how shitty we've been looking lately, but
True that.
And the injuries and things.
But man, fuck all that, man. We got a shot, man. This shit wide open, man.
No, for sure.
It
Especially
really
in the
is.
East.
This shit wide open.
I'm
Ain't
sorry.
no juggernaut in the league, bro.
I mean,
Yeah, just period. For
it might be a couple of dangerous teams because they got a dangerous player or two. I mean, Philadelphia. I mean, if I'm Boston, Milwaukee, that's a terrible matchup in the first round. I'm sorry. Well, maybe not for Boston,
I'm about to say,
but maybe for
like
Milwaukee.
we said last year, we got to see Joel beat the green team.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's true that. But I mean, Miami it might be a nightmarish matchup for Milwaukee, especially because they know they got their number. So you know, you up at the top of the conference. It's like, oh shit, do I really want to be here? Because who at the bottom, who I might face?
It's
They like it
wide
used to
open,
be.
man.
Yeah.
Go get it, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, man, that shit. Like, where nigga like thirst for competition? Like this is that time of year. Like, bro, This is where heroes are made, bro.
Yeah.
This is where you become a superstar.
gotta
This is where you
scale it
make
up.
your money. In
All of
every
it.
way, this is where you make your money. And not to bring up last year, but that's got to be in the back of your head, like.
The letdown that you had.
That would leave a nasty taste.
Because
y'all got hold, bro.
Because once you put consecutive letdown seasons together, it starts to be a stain on you.
Yeah, it does. And then
Like,
man,
all them guys can't get it done.
No, they can't.
They shrink in big moments. Or they James Harden in the big games. They disappear.
Yep.
And then like you said, where's the competitiveness? Like Donovan was saying, it's fucking April.
It is.
What we doing?
He was absolutely right.
And I know he was joking about flipping on the switch, but y'all niggas ain't built like that.
Nah, he not.
Y'all not built to just flip a switch and go win. You know what I mean? Go make a run in the
Y'all
playoffs.
haven't proved to
Exactly.
to y'all haven't proved to have a switch on you. Like,
Yeah.
Because again, we doing too much. Like I have to look. See, like, if I'm not named Donovan Mitchell, I'm gonna get the fuck out his way and pick up the pieces. I know he's shooting 20-25 times. Fuck it.
Pick up the piece.
Let me go get some boards. Let me lock down my man. Let me go get some steals. You feel me? Let me hustle and get that 50-50 ball.
make an impact other than trying to put the ball in them. You can make an impact without having to put the ball in them.
Yeah, it ain't about your stats.
Make winning plays.
No, for
That's
sure.
what that's this time of year, man. Just make winning plays.
Affect winning.
So, talk about
Y'all making my ass hurt. No homo.
Yeah, it's like
Sick,
pins and needles. Like I'm sitting here watching the games, I'm angry about the shit.
Like, why was we just banging with a G League team tonight? Like,
Yeah, it took them 3.5 quarters to stop playing with their food.
No, cause remember, like I told y'all via text, man. I don't even really talk like this, but I was heated this past weekend. I'm like, man, these niggas is hoes, bruh.
It was a great start to that game. Like
They selling.
you gotta get. You have to, and this is another thing JB can do. Like I'm cool with Matt Strus initiating offense. Like they didn't have that last year, so what a luxury to have a player like that. Who you just looking at really knock down open shots, but guess what? He can get the
Get after
offense
it, yeah.
initiated, and now the other guy can just go be a shooter. Go get in the corner. I'm picking the roll in how with the bigs, how screen and roll. You know, if they dive, they good pass, they can kick it to you, whatever. It ain't gotta go through you all the time. It's options out there, and that's what JB gotta he gotta see that shit and be like, yo, we gonna go in a different direction on this play. He gotta really game plan that.
Mm-hmm.
He gotta save his job because everybody in the town want it. They want him gone.
we
It's
lose
only
first
getting
round,
louder.
we out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
If he loses in the first round, it's a wrap.
Uh-huh.
So if the season ends today, they play the Orlando Magic, who have a good player, but this is a physical, tough team. It'll be a good test for them, but it'll be a series that they should win.
We're going to be favored in that series, just for the simple fact we have more experience because that team is very, very young.
Very young.
Yeah.
Yep. And they don't play at Madison Square Garden.
So we're going to be favored
Is
in
it
that
still
matchup.
Amway?
I think it is still Amway
Okay,
Center.
it is.
Because they changed it. It might not be Amway no more.
Yeah, I don't. Things change.
Because you only got 10 years, 15 years for those naming rights, and the highest bidder comes along.
You gotta re-up.
And then if they stay in this bracket with the 4 seed, they'll get the winner of the 1-8. Right now, it would be Boston versus whoever wins the play-in. Could be Philly, it could
Kia
be
Center.
Miami. Kia Center.
Whoever gets the second spot.
Whoever get the the 8th seed in the play-in. So it could be
Cause 9 plays 10, right, and that gives them opportunity to play the loser
yeah
to get the last spot, right?
exactly. So 7 will play
Or
8.
7 or 8.
They
yeah.
move to the 7th spot. 8 will play the loser of the 9-10. So they could play the Heat. They could play the Bulls. They could play the Hawks. Who knows? The door is wide open still there. With 3 games left to play in the season. So they could go to 3, but they can stay at 4, still get home court in the first round, and match up against the Boston Celtics. I think it's a good matchup. If they play it right.
Yeah.
And we've had success against Boston.
No,
And
for
we've had
sure.
some success. In the last 2 years, yes, we have. I'm not scared of Porzingis at all.
Christoph
He doesn't bother me.
Kristaps.
Not somebody I'm
Porzingis.
scared of. So they can make some noise. One thing about the playoffs is it's 0-0.
It's true.
And you focus on one opponent, 2 cities, take away what they do well, and we try to master what we do well. And that's it. Easy, I guess, from somebody that's not
We
playing.
gonna see, man. So with the play-ins next week, right? Next weekend.
The play-in will be probably next Tuesday through Thursday. Possibly Tuesday through Friday. No. Season ends Sunday. That play-in game should probably be Tuesday. They'll probably have 2 on Tuesday. And the next one should be Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday, and then the playoffs start probably next Saturday.
Let's get it.
The play-in tournament will take place April 16th through the 19th. So, what's that? Tuesday through Friday.
All right. So that winner of that 8 seed probably they don't play until Sunday. So we get a little bit of grace for travel.
Okay. Would Charles Barkley say to Draymond Green, "Hey, good luck in the play-in this week." I mean this year. Good luck in the play-in this year.
Absolutely right about that.
They might have they gonna have the Lakers in the 9 versus 10. So whoever lose that game is out.
Let's see.
Yeah, if the Lakers, if one of the
Yeah, they got a half game up for the home court advantage.
because
But at the same time, they only have game back for Sacramento for the 8th seed.
I think 6 through 9 is still up for grabs.
In the
Shit,
West?
10 actually.
Yeah.
They're within 3 games of each other. I mean, I think Golden State they're done trying to get the 6th seed. I think the highest they can probably get is like maybe 8.
They got 3 games left.
They need some help.
A whole lot of it.
They
They got some favorable matchups too.
The Warriors play the Blazers tomorrow.
Win.
Friday they got the Pelicans, which is gonna be a big game.
That's a big game.
And Sunday, which everybody ends the year, they got the Jazz.
Win. So they can go 3-0, 2-1. They could go 0-3. Jazz might play spoiler. Who knows?
Maybe Lowry out, ain't he?
Yeah, he's been out pretty much all day. Shut
The
that
Lakers
down.
have 2 games left. They play the Grizzlies Friday and the Pelicans the end of the year.
They are currently 2.5 games back of the Pelicans because they 3 games back in the loss column.
Pelicans is 6-8.
So the best the Lakers
Pelicans is
can do is 7
7.
seed. If they win out, Phoenix lose out in that situation.
Playing team regardless.
They're playing team regardless. Yeah, they below that threshold. Took Darvin Ham too long to put Rudy Hachimura into the starting lineup. That should have been a given when you knew Vando couldn't go.
The Kings have the Pelicans tomorrow, the
Big
Suns
game.
Friday,
Big ass game.
and they end the year with the Trailblazers.
So, really, Sac can't afford to lose nothing because they could be 10. Phoenix can't afford to lose nothing because they could be 10.
They're currently down 2 points to the Clippers right now.
And the Clippers set everybody tonight.
And then Friday they have the Kings, and they end the year with the Timberwolves.
I don't see why the Clippers would sit everybody down because Luka Doncic is their kryptonite. They need home court advantage. They ain't beat Luka yet in the playoffs.
Yeah, they have. He's gone off. They
They
beat
beat him in
him.
the bubble.
Yeah, they beat him.
They beat him both times actually.
Yeah, they
But
beat him. He just didn't
just
have
beat
nobody to ride with him.
Well,
it was a one man show. But now you
Now,
got Cairo.
that might be the best series in the Western Conference Finals for playoffs in the first round.
Yeah, the Clippers playing the Suns currently. Then they got the Jazz and the Rockets.
So they got some dubs coming up. They play everybody. I'm just gonna go down to the wire because 1, 2, 3 is only a half game out.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you Minnesota or OKC, do you really want to play a veteran team like Golden State or LA?
So if everything
Not really, but you ain't got no choice.
Like if you OKC, do you really want to play the Golden State Warriors? There's no way. And them bitches get to the second round, man, anything can happen. And that's what's so scary about them fuckers. If they win the championship this year, man, I'm gonna be highly, highly pissed.
Who?
Golden State.
No, it's not.
Nah, bro. No, sir.
I did root for Denver this year, but I'm gonna root for their asses this year. Cause they got it.
sir. The East win in the finals this year, bro.
Cavs 6.
Cavs in 6, man. You
All
know
right, listen,
the
you've been tuned in to the start fight. Y'all got anything else?
Nah, I mean I got some, but I'll wait till after the camera. It ain't really that big of a deal.
All right. Once again, you can find our platform wherever you.
And we gonna get into it next week when the fellas return.
Yeah, we're
it's
starting
gonna be some
3
more
tonight.
bombs dropping, man. So we're gonna get into it.
We start tonight. We'll take the Grammy on their behalf. But yeah, you can tune in and find us wherever you get your podcast. Of course, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel, and share the page as well. And like my man said, we need the thumbs up and the thumbs down. We don't care.
Yeah, man, engage.
If you decide
man,
to call it,
comment, like, share, subscribe.
if you want to call it gossiping, so be it. We'll sit here and we'll gossip.
Hey, jump.
Hit me up in the comments. I gossip with you.
Yeah, I was about to say, jump in the comments and get your gossip on, man.
Right.
We got time.
We didn't bring you on the show. You can sit. We can talk about your real estate deal. I don't give a fuck. But we started fire, y'all. We out.
I want to thank God, of course, and tell your mama about
Controlling the people.